What is going on today, guys? It is your boy Nick's Gaming coming back at you once again today. Well, in today's video we are going to be discussing some ways that you as a new streamer can shave some of the original cost or some of the money off of getting the proper setup going. So we're going to be discussing a few different tips on, a few different options, I guess, of different cheaper but still good, still decent pieces of equipment instead of the high-end brand name that you hear for everything. So we will touch base on all of that and it'll all make sense in just 1 second. But before we hop on into the video, guys, make sure if you are new, you are liking this video, you are subscribing to the channel, but you are furthering this discussion. We love to continue the discussions with you guys over on our Twitch page, linked in the description below. Well, let's jump right on into it here, guys. And we are, basically the way we're going to do this is offer a couple different options instead of, instead of your Elgato or your big brand named expensive pieces of equipment. So to start it all off, the biggest tip I can give you guys is to go check out my other videos. I do a specific video on different techniques, different programs, different things for your stream that's going to cost you nothing or very, very, very little compared to other options. But in this video, let's discuss a little bit more about the pieces of equipment. So capture cards. Everyone thinks you need an Elgato, which is this big brand name. I mean, they're not super expensive now, but when they first came out, they were pretty expensive. Another option is Avermedia. Now, I have the Avermedia Live Gamer Portable 2 Plus 4K pass-through. This is the one that I am currently streaming off of right now. It is just as good as most other capture devices. Again, this is not a review for their products. I just know they are very cost effective. Like, you can get ones used for like $50 to $70, which is very, very cheap compared to like $100, $150 Elgato. So they are they're a lot more cheaper. They're a lot more cost effective, especially if you're trying to and you don't even know if your PC can handle it yet or anything like that. Now, moving into the next thing is actually a streaming PC. I can speak upon experience. Yes, a very fast, a very huge, expensive computer is nice. But it's actually doesn't require a lot as long to just stream off of a dedicated streaming PC with a capture card to, a console, a different computer or whatever. You don't need a lot as long as if it is just streaming. So for my streaming PC, I run my music and my stream off of it. Yeah, we've been messing around with the settings and stuff like that. On an older PC or something, you might only be able to get, 720p or 30 frames per second. But that is completely fine for most people starting streaming. We recommend, hitting the budget cut, finding a used like i5 to i7 computer with like 8 gigs of RAM to 16 gigs of RAM, somewhere in there, and it's probably overkill with a half decent GPU in it. You're gonna have no issue. And you can probably find that for, $200, $300 on like used on Kijiji or whatever. Now, the next thing we are going to recommend is a microphone. For your microphone, never, ever, guys, for the love of God, never just use a headset. I guess if it's your only option, go ahead and use that. but you can find a cheap microphone. So I just found a Yeti on our Facebook marketplace, and amazing mic. I know I probably got super lucky. It's a super expensive mic, but find one that's used. I paid like for like a probably like I think these mics are like $250 or something. I got it for $50 used. And it, as you guys can see, it works decently well. A lot better than any headset could. But you could also get a blue SnowBall Ice, brand new, for under $100 at pretty much anywhere. We would, this would be the next mic, but we would kind of recommend for starter streamers if you can't find anything decent that is used or cheaper. Now, talking about webcams. Webcams is next. I will link a video, probably in cards or description, whatever I feel like when I go to edit this video and stuff. But there is a free option to use your phone or mobile device as a webcam. That's your cheapest option. But obviously, not everyone likes the fact that they have to sit there without their phone for, a 6-hour stream or a 4-hour stream or whatever it may be, without checking your text messages or whatever. So it's not ideal for everyone, but if you have an extra iPad or something that's laying around, might be worth checking out. Again, I will link that video somewhere, just look for it. Another option for webcams is find a used one. I just went down to a local pawn shop, found one, amazing camera. It's honestly probably just, it's just a webcam. It cost me $15 down at a pawn shop, because it is like Bex 2, which isn't even, it's not an expensive brand. It is literally a cheap brand, but it's got a light ring, changed my background. Makes my picture quality look half decent. Honestly, again, instead of $125 buying a brand new webcam, I spent $15, and it seems to be working fine. Now guys, that will pretty much cover it. Again, we will touch base on all of it. Avermedia, or check out other cheap alternative options to a capture card. We obviously recommend the Avermedia brand because it's just what has worked for us in the past. Microphones, either the blue SnowBall Ice, under $100, or you might be able to find a used good microphone. Webcam, same thing. Might be able to find a decent one used somewhere. Check the local pawn shops. If not, then there is a free option. Check out the other video. Streaming PC, don't need anything intense. Make sure to check the specs of the programs and stuff that you need to run in your capture card programs and stuff. But most of the time, generally speaking, an i5 to i7 with 8 gigabytes of RAM and a GPU, you're good. And guys, that will be it for now. Until next time, take her easy. Peace.